Hi there everybody, it's UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator Helzie here from slimandstylish.com. Thank you ever so much for joining me today. Today I'm playing with the Hot Dog stamp set. This is from the mini catalogue and I think it's so cute. I would do anyway because I'm a dog girl, so as soon as I see a stamp set that's got a puppy in, that's my stamp set. And I just think this one is adorable. This is the card that I've made today because, of course, who doesn't want a sausage dog turning up at their birthday party with a balloon in their mouth? I know! Isn't it adorable? So let me show you how to make it. You're going to need some scrap whisper white, sorry, basic white. Slip of the mouth. We've actually changed whisper white for basic white now. And whisper white just rolls off my tongue. Do you know when we introduced seal after snail? That was about a year before I got round to saying the correct thing, so expect the same. I've got my Memento because I'm going to be blending, and Memento is the best ink to be using with your blends. And I've actually picked this dog here, the one that's sort of sitting down quite smugly. I think he's adorable. So I'm just going to stamp him up. Actually, am I? I used him there. Oh, I know. Let's use a different one. Let's have two cards using different puppies. Yeah, okay, let's do that one. That one? Yeah, okay. Get as much use as a stamp set as possible and use different ones. There we are. Oh, he's just adorable too. I like the fact they've all got goofy smiles on their face. They all look so happy. Okay. Stamp him down. Oh, adorable. Okay, I used a blanket on this one. I'm wondering if the blanket will fit on this one as well. So all you need to do is just line up over the top and you'll soon see if it fits in with the line. And that does, yay. But I quite like the blanket. It broke up a bit of the colour in. So let me just line it back up again. There we go. Adorable. It's just a very cute stamp set. So the balloon. And you can line that up with his nose. And finally, I had a little bow for the balloon. Oh, I forgot his hat as well. Must remember to put its little hat on, that's very important. So I'm just going to pop the bow on. So as you can see, you can just build this stamp set up completely and make whichever scene you want to. And I mean, you can dress him up more. There's his little hat. So you can put on him a bow tie if you wanted to. You could put a ribbon around the neck to make it into a little girl dog. You could put earmuffs on. Oh, that is adorable. I hadn't noticed that. A little toupee. There's so much stuff you could actually put on. And look, there's a little wag for the waggy tail bit. I just think it's a really adorable set, as you might have guessed. So I'm proper in love with it. I'm just going to pop my lid on that because I'm not going to be using Memento for the rest of it. So I'll pop that away. Okay, clear that up and grab myself my blends. So I'm going to be using soft suede, I think it is. Yeah, dark soft suede and light soft suede. So for the dark soft suede, I'm just going around the edge of the pup, like that. Any place that you really want to emphasize the colouring, that's where we're going to go. And then around on the ear. Go fatter in some bits so it just gives it a bit more dimension. And then once you've done that, I'm going to go over the whole lot with the light soft suede. So because I'm just blending now, I'm going to be using the bigger brush to bring some colour in. You'll notice I'm not going all the way to the edges. That's because I'm going to come back over with a detailed point brush. At the moment, I just want to build up some extra colour. Okay. So now you can come over it again. So this part here where I've already put it on is going to get darker And the bit where I haven't will stay lighter, which is good because it gives us an extra shade again. And I don't know whether you can see, I'm just going around in little circles to bring the dark colour out into the body of my dog. Okay, so I'm just going to finish him off. There's a little dachshund that lives down the road, and every time Noble and I walk past, he's sitting on the windowsill. Every time he's on the windowsill. Oh, and every time he jumps up at the window and he makes this sort of clatter. And it was probably about 2-3 months before I realised he would do it. So every single time I jumped, but Noble now knows and barks before he gets to the house, as in to let his little friend know that he's coming up. So there we are, there's my dash out. And I used, this here was Night and Navy, and this here was Bermuda Bay. And I used Melon Mambo for the balloons. I'm going to use Melon Mambo again for the balloons. So actually I say I use Melon Mambo. I think I used Magenta Madness. So Magenta Madness is, that's Magenta Madness and this is Melon Mambo, and I get confused after I've done them, and I normally make my cards in the week and film them at the weekend, so apologies that I forgot which colour I'd used. They're quite close. So what am I going to do with the Topsy this time? Do you know, actually, I'm going to do him all pink. Yeah, she's going to be a girl. Girl, girl, girl. So Melon Mambo with a whole lot. Dark. Light. Little pink one. I'm a pink girl, so I'd turn up at a party with a pink cat and a pink balloon. Right, so I'm going to fussy cut her out. I'm going to pause the video because I'm going to be taking a little bit of time to fussy cut around her, and I'll join you back in a couple of seconds. Right, so I'm back, and I'm really glad you didn't pay attention while I was fussy cutting and I actually paused it, because I made a corker of a mistake. And look, I went through. So I was going round and I got quite tight, and then all of a sudden he just fell off. That didn't happen on that one, so there we go. I can fix it. We can fix it. There's nothing unfixable in stamping, honestly. So for the base, I've got the card base. And I have got a panel to go on top of it. And then I also have another panel of Whisper White that will go on top there. So let me give you some sizes. This here is a piece of thick basic white. It's been cut in half, scored in half. This here is Sahara Sand cardstock. It is 10 centimeters by 14.35 centimeters. And then this panel here is the exact same height, so 14.35 centimeters, but it's actually by 2.5 inches. Okay, so I'm going to play with this panel first, and I'm going to play with the little bones. And to match everything up, I've got the Sahara Sand colour. So this is what I love about Stampin' Up. The cardstock and the colours always match. So I'm just going to pull my sleeves up so I don't get them in my ink, because I'm good at doing that. And I'm just going to pop these bones around the card panel. Just a couple of them. Okay. I've then got my blending brush and I'm just going to tap it in and blend around on top of the bones. Okay, so I'm only going on top of the bones and I'm just giving them just a little bit of colour. There you go. Some darker than others, some not. It's only just to give it some texture on the background, that's all. And then I'm using the fine art ribbon. So this is the one that comes with the art suite, you know, with the lovely flower, and it's got the gilded leaves and things. I'm just using the ribbon. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my seal and I'm going to pop a line of adhesive along the back here. And then I'm going to pop the ribbon along that line, just with a little bit hanging over. So you can see I've got about half of the ribbon hanging over, half of the ribbon on the card. Like that. And grab your snips. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick this onto the card pretty quick because I've still got some adhesive on the back. And trust me, I did not learn the first time round. And I stuck it down on the paper by mistake. So I'm going to stick it onto my card first. So I mean, there's always happy mistakes when you're crafting. And that just goes over at the end. So all I'm going to do is just run my scissors along and make sure that it's the same length. I would rather the top layer be a little bit over and then cut it down than be a little bit under. So I'm always a little bit generous on the cutting. Okay. Once you've got that, you want to stick it onto your card. There we go. And now it's time to stick Susie on. Oh, by the way, I've decided that Susie is the name of my my sausage dog. And I've got to bear in mind the fact that I made a bit of a mess up on Susie's balloons. So here's the dog being stuck down. And then if I pop a dimensional on the back of the balloon and line the balloon up where it should have been, no one will notice that I snipped through because I'm daft. There we go. Right, finally a piece of scrap Whisper White. So I've got a scrap piece here. And I've put Hot Dog, It's Your Birthday on this one. What other sentiments do we have? I love you, that's the long and short of it. Bonjour, how are you? Hi, I miss you. Get well soon. You can't say get well soon with a balloon, so I'm going to continue with Hot Dog. You're a bit too narrow, so let's go that way round. Bring back up the Sahara Sand. Stamp you down. Snipping, a bit wary about the snips now. And then you just want to snip up the middle. I'm sure you've seen me do this 100 times. It's my little common trick and treat from my videos. I think I do that technique more than anyone else, more than anything else, just to make a flag. I find it so quick and so easy. Pop a couple of dimensionals on there. Line it up with a card base. And there we go. Two more things to finish the card. First of all, you want the ribbon and you want to make a teeny tiny little bow. Now the good thing about this ribbon is because it's got the gold thread running through, it's scratchy. I don't know whether you can hear it. It is a scratchy ribbon, which doesn't feel that fantastic, but just because it doesn't feel fantastic doesn't mean it's not great ribbon. I much prefer to have these rough ribbons that have got a thread through than a silk ribbon, because they hold better on the bow. So when you've made that bow, it's not going to move. You know, that's going to be pretty firm. But sometimes if you've got a satin ribbon, you try and make a bow like that, all you're going to do is keep having to redo it back up again because it's just going to fall off. So I always think you look at a card and not feel it. So I'd rather have the scratchy ribbons and it look right. So to finish it off, I'm just going to grab my Take a Pick tool and I'm going to grab these lovely little resin hearts. So this is with a snail sweet and I think they're adorable. They come in red and white. I'm using white because there's no other red on the card. And as you can see, white is my favourite colour as well. And I'm just popping these as sort of a border up the side there. Go. Keep them going. Doesn't matter if they're not exactly straight on, I don't think. And there we go. There's the card. I mean, you could wink stellar it as well to make it glittery, but I think the ribbon makes it glitzy enough. What do you think? I love that dog, by the way. It is the Hot Dog stamp set. It's available from www.slimandstylish.stampinup.net. What dogs will you make with it? So cute. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Please do give me a thumbs up if you've liked the video or subscribe for more content. Bye. I hope you've enjoyed today's project. All items that I have used on this video are available to purchase from my store, www.slimandstylish.stampinup.net. Alternatively, if you would like a copy of our catalogues, please send me an email to slimandstylish@live.co.uk or leave me a comment below and I'll get in touch with you. I upload regular content to this channel, so if you do enjoy watching my tutorials, please make sure that you have subscribed and rang the bell to get notifications when new videos go live. Thank you for joining me and have a lovely day.